Well, well, well. It has been a minute, folks.
Like a hot minute.
I know we've said this before, but this was probably our longest hiatus that we've had ever.
In the history of ever.
So, we've had some big changes. I was having issues where I was working back in the fall of last year. Some issues arose, and then it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I ended up resigning from the church I worked at. So that was a big change, and so it started in October, and then I resigned in January. Nika and I were pretty involved there, so that changed our lives quite a bit. After that, I started working at a place called Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet as the general manager. I was in charge of the storefront, the clothing, moving things. It's a nonprofit where we give away clothing for free to the community. And at first, I wasn't super excited about it because I loved my job, and I fell in love with the organization. It was my first day working there. A gentleman had walked in. He had cataracts on his eyes, and he just looked down on his luck and was without a home. And he came in, and he's like, "Sir, can I get a blanket?" And I handed him a blanket, and I was just blown away. It felt like, because for those of you who watch, I've been in ministry for a while. Felt like in that moment I did more ministry than I have in a long time. Baptizing, all sorts of things for people is great. I think it's good to be able to reach the community and create positive influences in people's lives. But in that moment, it just felt like I was able to give that gentleman that practical need back in February when it was cold. It wasn't warm at all. So I really fell in love with the organization and what I did there. And since then, I started learning the new position and whatnot. And when I got hired on, I negotiated, hey, look, I'm going to have like 2 weeks here where I'll be gone and a weekend where I'll be gone. And the 2 weeks we were gone, we went to Florida.
The Sunshine State.
Here is a slideshow of different pictures from Florida that we took.
Hippopotamus are also called a float. 1.5 feet long. Which kind of makes them look big.
So now that you're back, let me fill you in a little bit on what we did. We had fun. I'm sure you saw those Disney World pictures, not Disneyland. We've done Disneyland quite a bit. So we were stoked to finally see Disney World together. I saw it once when I was younger. Nika, this was her first time.
I think the moment that it all hit for me, back when we were kids and we would watch Disney movies and there would be the commercial for Epcot and Disney World and the ball was shining in the back and the ball was there. I think getting to see the ball at Epcot, even though that probably was not in a bad way, but it was the least exciting when it comes to rides and stuff park.
Yeah, there's
But
less to do.
it was the coolest thing to just oh, I saw that on my video cassettes when I was a kid and I always wanted to go and there it was and it was all colorful and pretty. And
It was pretty.
There's a ride on the inside where you get to learn about the history of man and it was really cool.
yeah, Epcot was great. We went to Epcot, Hollywood Studios for a day, and we did the third park, Animal Kingdom. Those were all amazing. I loved Epcot. It was cool experiencing as an adult because I remember experiencing as a kid, and it was fun. But this definitely was. It's different, you know. You're a kid. You care less about the history. You care less about the fun parts of it. Going on Journey Imagination was probably one of my favorite rides. That was awesome with Figment. Oh, that was so fun.
Figment.
Yeah, that was great. It was great. In Hollywood Studios, my favorite thing was going on the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and also because it felt like looking into the future because Disneyland's getting it. And Disneyland's our park. You guys know that. We love Disneyland, but Disneyland's gonna be getting it.
We got to go on Tower of Terror, which like I didn't think I'd ever get to do again.
The original one, yeah.
But it was different because you're like on it and it like moves forward and there's all these ghost things on the side, which I wasn't expecting at all. So you like go forward and then you drop. So it was like a nostalgic experience from missing it at Disneyland, but also a new experience. So that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it too. I didn't remember that. I remembered that it did that, but I didn't remember as much as you think you do. You know, you're a little boy, and it was cool because it was like our last ride at Hollywood Studios. So it was all dark. Seeing Toy Story Land was so fun. I'm a huge Toy Story fan.
It was cool.
Yeah, no, it was cool seeing all the stuff, and it was all big. That, and then I love Slinky. That was fun. And Star Wars Land was weird because we've been to Star Wars Land so many times at Disneyland, so it felt like almost exactly the same.
It's like when you go into a house with the same layout, but like stuff's like slightly different.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with you. So we did that. We went to Epcot. We went to Hollywood Studios. Then, honestly, Animal Kingdom was awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, so that was fun. I really actually loved Animal Kingdom. Seeing the tree. I didn't remember the tree because it was so long ago, but it was so pretty. And then
The Avatar Land.
Avatar. Oh, that was so fun.
The ground glows in the night.
Yeah. It was a blast. So we didn't just do Disney World. We actually only did Disney World for like a weekend while we were there. This was the longest trip, guys, we've ever been on, and it was accidentally even longer than we thought it was gonna be.
Thank you, Southwest.
So we'll tell you a little bit more about it, but let's fill you in on some of the other things we did. We went to Anna Maria Island and got to explore there. We went to Tampa, and then it was Tampa, right? Yeah, Tampa. We went to Bar Taco and some other places, walked around. It was fun.
We went to this root beer place, and there were these girls having a straight up argument, but then in the middle of it, they kept hugging each other. So they were like, "You took my boyfriend. I'm so mad at you. Oh, hey, oh." It was so weird.
Yeah, they had a little too much root beer.
Entertaining, though.
It was entertaining. We had fun. It was a fun night out. Thank you, Sam and Marcos, if you guys are watching this, and Aunt Julie and Grandma and Grandpa. You guys are great. Thank you so much. You guys hosted us for way longer than we thought. My grandma's house was beautiful. She was so happy to show it off to us because we used to visit her all the time in Southern California. So she was really stoked that we got to be there, and it was awesome. She had a heated pool, jacuzzi. It was so much fun.
I also have had the experience now of being bitten by a flamingo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did that too.
We got to go experience flamingos at what was it called? The Zoo Gardens?
Mm-hmm.
And
Sarasota Zoo.
They just have flamingos walking around. And so I was out of food and I was like, "Sorry, I'm out, flamingo." And he bit me. I had a little like spot on my arm for the longest time. And then I was like, "No, flamingo." And then he headbutted me. No joke. They do that. It was the best day of my life.
It was a lot of fun, and thank you again for hosting us all that time. Thank you if you guys are watching this. So we did that. It was an awesome 2 weeks. It really was. We did so much, went all over the place. Even rested some, which was good, especially after resigning from the job I had at the church and then moving into a new position. It was good to kind of have that time away from Reno and just kind of take a deep breath. And we went out on a date and did some other things, went to see manatees, and it was so much fun.
Cute. They stick their little pancake noses out of the water.
So there was, yeah, get lady. Lady's causing trouble.
Come here. Lisa, hi.
Troublemaker. No, there's Scraps. They missed us a lot. I do know
I
that.
know that was the worst part, was not seeing them for 3 weeks.
All right, stay away from Mom's microphone, please.
Go over there.
Go.
Go.
Go. Troublemakers. We went to, what else do we do? We did a lot, dude.
We got to swim with dolphins accidentally. We did the dolphin cruise on the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
We got to see all the famous people's houses. I think we saw like Dwayne The Rock Johnson's house or something.
So and then after that, we were ready to pack up. We packed up. We were all excited to get back home. We're like, 2 weeks was a long trip. We're so stoked to come back. 2 weeks was a long trip. And we were so excited to see the dogs, see Reno again, get out of the humidity because it's super humid in Florida in March. I know not as humid as summer is for them, but to us Renoites, where it's dry as a bone here, that was wet in the air. So we were in the Jeep that my parents rented. We were on our way back to the airport. We said our goodbyes. We were so stoked, and then we waited.
And waited.
And waited. And then eventually they said, any passengers going to Reno, please come to the front. Like, oh, okay. It's probably like a few days.
Couple hours delay, a day delay.
Maybe a day. Yeah. Not a lot. They said
no.
They said it'll be a week. We were like, what? I thought they were joking. I thought there was like a practical joke or something happened to me. I'm not even joking. Like, it was because we were both stressed because we took 2 weeks off of work. And
I think my first call was to my boss. My second call was to my co-teacher. My third call was crying to my dad.
So we were stressed as all get out.
To which, when I called my dad and I said, we're stuck in Florida for another week, he was like, April Fool's was yesterday, was his response. And I was like, no, I'm telling the truth.
Dude, yeah, no, it was super stressful. Thankfully, my grandma was super cool about it. All the family was like, no, we'll make it work. My Aunt Julie was like, oh yeah, just use my car. And so it was good to have family there, and we were fine. We really were.
My work was amazing and let me work from there, so that was really cool.
But they already sent our luggages, so our luggages got back to Reno. So we had to go to Goodwill, and we just got closed for a few days and went to Target and got a few things. And man, it was scary. It was a little scary. Like what are we gonna do? Hopefully we don't lose our jobs. Thankfully, both of our employers were tight. No one was upset. Everyone understood, and we were moving forwards. And we did that, and then I remember getting on the plane again. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope nothing happens this time. Like, it can't. There's no way. In the end, I don't know if you guys saw it on the news. It was this huge thing. Southwest Airlines had a huge data screw up or something, and it was national news. And we were a part of it. When all we got was $150 vouchers. I know some people didn't get anything, so I'm glad we got something. Because when we were walking out the airport, there was a line out of the airport for rental cars. Because everyone's like, well, now I'm stuck. And we were one of those people. So
Thank God for family.
Thank God for family. We had great family who were just like, oh yeah, you're good. Stay with us as long as you need. They were actually happy about it. And in a way, it was nice to have a little extra time. It was stressful in the moment. But we went out to Anna Maria Island and something really cool happened. And I did some work stuff. Nika did some work stuff. So we got some things done too. But do you want to tell a story? This part of the story?
Yeah.
When we went back to Anna Maria Island. This was when we decided to go back because we wanted to swim.
Normally I wouldn't talk about this kind of stuff on here, but I think it's really cool, so I will. So in the meantime, Dave had discovered another church for us to possibly be a part of. And we knew he was going to have a phone call with one of the people, just kind of getting to know where we were coming from and what we could do. And so we're at this place. And I've always loved dolphins. Like, when I was little, there's dolphin stuff all over my room. I had like all dolphin jewelry, all this stuff. And I've always wanted to swim with dolphins. So I was kind of like, man, I want to be a good place that loves people. I don't want to go through what we just went through again. And I was like, okay, I need some kind of sign. And I kid you not, a dolphin swam up 20 feet from me with a baby dolphin. I got to swim with dolphins, something I'd always wanted to do. Never
And we
could.
weren't gonna do it. She was all like, "We're going to Florida. I gotta swim with dolphins." I'm like, "No, babe, that's really
So
expensive."
it was like this really cool, like I got to swim with a wild dolphin.
it was pretty
And
cool.
it
It was
got
scary.
within like 10 feet from us. I was never scared. I followed the law and didn't swim to it. But
Right? You stayed still. You're like,
but I was like, this is so cool. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. And I did not want to get out of the water. He had to like pull me out.
yeah, it was cool. Beautiful pier too, and
So
It was
it was
fun.
kind of cool and like really healing to have like something I'd always wanted to have happen on the same day when you had that call. Like it was just really cool.
yeah, that trip had some amazing things happen for us. It was really good, and we were really thankful for it. But it was a lot. It was a lot for us, and so our 2-week vacation turned into a 3-week getaway.
And then we went to Disneyland like 2 weeks later.
And then 2 weeks later, my niece's birthday, they actually helped. Honestly, the family was really cool about it because we were like, "Look, I lost my job. We're not going to be able to do a full Disneyland trip." And my sister was actually really my sister was really cool about it and was like, "You know what? We're just going to do over a weekend so we can try to get more people to come."
So we only had to miss like 1 or 2 days of work.
So we only missed like 1 or 2 days of work. We drove down Southern California, went to Disneyland. Here's some pictures. And it was a great trip. We had fun. It was we had a really special time with one of our nieces. She stayed later with us, and she was so excited. It was our last day there, and she was so excited. She's like, "Oh, I get to stay late with you guys." Mom and Dad said so. She's at that age where she's getting more independence and stuff. And
We took her on Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time.
drop ride.
Yeah, so it's a big drop ride if you don't know what it is. And so we're going, and the first drop, I hear her scream, "Ah!" And then we go like up a little bit. They showed a little video, and then the second drop, I hear, "I love this!" And I'm like, that's my niece.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. And then we stayed out really late. I think we were out till like
Like
midnight.
1 in the morning.
Midnight or 1, yeah. We just took an Uber back to the hotel, and yeah, so we've had a very eventful last couple months. And then last month, something even crazier happened. My boss at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet retired, and the board asked me to take over the organization and become the executive director. So not only did all that happen with the GM, I was happy to be a GM and be a worship pastor. We talked about it, and we were like, that's great. We'll do that. And then as time went on, stuff started moving forward with the church, and we were good with. We were like, all right, let's go. And then stuff started moving forwards with Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, and then now I'm an executive director. Now I'm doing worship ministry still.
Yeah, so that church that you were on the phone with, we're still there. We're very happy there. That's all.
Yeah, it's
really
great.
like it.
So it's cool to see a lot of those changes happen. But needless to say, not only has it been hard to want to vlog for us because of all of this, it also has been hard emotionally, if that makes sense. Like, it was hard physically, right? Because of time. We were trying to figure it all out. We were
Like new, completely different schedules, new, just everything.
So not only that, but it also was hard mentally to like bring. I at least for me, I won't speak for you on this, but like for me, emotionally and mentally, it was like, I feel like a failure in some ways, and I didn't want to be fake and have fun on camera and not feel like that's how I actually felt with Nika, because this is one of our favorite things to do together. We enjoy. It's like a scrapbook for our life. We're able to look back and be like, wow, look at all the fun things we've done together. And not only that, these fun dates we were able to have together. And some of the things that were not as fun, more educational, whatever. This is our scrapbook. this is what we use for this. So I want to say thank you guys for still being subscribed. We didn't lose any subscribers, which blows my mind. But it's been months and months and months. But we're really excited. We got a new toy. We got new microphones, lapel microphones. So
And to those of you, there have been a few people that have reached out wondering when stuff was coming up, and there's just been a lot of good responses and patience, which I appreciate a lot because I think we both just needed some time to heal. And as like cliche as it sounds, I think we both did a lot of changing and growing in that time, so we had to kind of discover who we were a little bit. So
yeah, absolutely. So we're back. Vacations are done. We're vacationed out still. It's August, and we still feel like we went on too many vacations.
we're good for a minute. I want to be home, see my doggies.
Between Florida for 3 weeks, and we had a vacation in a vacation by going to Disney World. So like it was brilliant. Like it was a great time. Nika and I had just in the pool all the time. We drank root beer with cousins, and it was great. But we're ready to get back on the horse and make this vlog happen. And not only this one, but we're also doing one that's going to come up Hot August nights. We had a great time going around Hot August nights. So some of our more regular stuff, less emotional talking to you about where we are stuff, more regular vlog. But thank you guys for just being there with us. It means the world to us that anyone would want to watch us just have fun and be goofy, and for us to be us and live our lives.
Yeah.
Is that all you got? Well, a lot of pictures, a lot of talking. We're gonna clean up our house. We're gonna finish out our weekend. We're gonna edit some stuff. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey. And you stay classy.
Tweet, tweet, tweety.